So as you may know, I recently went on a vacation. At some point I may delve deeper into the details of this particular vacation, but it's Review Wednesday, so I decided to take this opportunity to review one of the hotels at which we stayed. So in the course of this vacation we stayed at two hotels. We stayed at the Best Budget Inn, and we stayed at the Super 8. The Super 8 was very difficult to find because there really was no signs indicating where it was, but overall it was a fairly good hotel. And then there's the Best Budget Inn. Mere words cannot describe this hotel. Well, okay, it can, because words will. But what I mean is I'm not going to just tell you about them. I am going to give you a faux commercial that I made that I feel embodies this particular hotel, so I hope you enjoy it.
Best Budget Inn. Best Budget Inn. Looking for a place to stay that's not even close to being adequate? Come on over to Best Budget Inn.
Whenever I take a shower, I never like the boring, comfortable shower. I always feel like showering like I'm standing out in the middle of Antarctica. That's why I like the Best Budget Inn. Now I know that some of you may think that having a toilet that flushes properly is the correct way of doing things. But me personally, I like the mystery that surrounds a toilet that just doesn't quite flush the correct way.
Best Budget Inn. Best Budget Inn.
You know, when I'm here brushing my teeth, I always feel lonely. Feel like I want some company. That's why I like the Best Budget Inn. In the lights above the sink, they're nice enough to provide a little cockroach, so that I can have some company while I'm brushing my teeth. You know, a clean room is important. But I think that the best rooms are those rooms that look like they haven't been cleaned since the Great Depression. And speaking of the Great Depression, it's also nice to have a bathroom that looks like it hasn't been cleaned since the Great Depression. Whenever I go to a hotel room, one of my least favorite things is when the maids of the hotel actually do their job and clean up your room. Because when that happens, you can never find anything. But you don't have to worry about that at the Best Budget Hotel. The maids will do nothing that even closely resembles their jobs, and the room will be just as messy as it was when you woke up in the morning.
If you're staying outside of Sandusky, there's no better place except every other hotel imaginable. Best Budget Inn. You'll know us by the broken sign out back.
That might be a slight exaggeration, but really not much of one. But there are a few things that I need to point out. First of all, this particular room where we stayed, when we brought up the complaints, they did move us to another room, which had hot water and all the other things were better. Except it is important to point out that the toilet not flushing correctly was in the new room. So okay, they moved us to a new room, but here's my problem. This room where we were staying was still under the jurisdiction of this Best Budget Inn. See, the Best Budget Inn actually had two buildings. One was where the office was, and there were a few rooms there, and then the other one was devoted strictly to rooms. But the fact is that separate building that's just rooms is still under the jurisdiction of the Best Budget Hotel, so it should be as good as the other rooms, and it wasn't. Quite frankly, the fact that they can't even keep these rooms in repair and in any kind of semblance of order makes me wonder how much longer they're going to be a hotel. And the fact that their sign is broken doesn't really bode that well either. This is a review video. I am reviewing this hotel. If you happen to be outside of Sandusky and find this wonderful place called the Best Budget Inn with a broken sign right above it, don't go there. You should know that the reason that we stayed in that hotel was because it was much cheaper than the other ones. The other hotels were much more expensive, so I guess you get what you pay for. But still, you can have a cheap hotel without it being a crappy one. And that's all for today, so I will see you all at a later date. See you then. At some point I may delve more deeper into the details of this wonderful vacation, but it's Review Wednesday, so I decided to take this opportunity to